Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel. And today I just want to quickly go into another tool from Fujiya. And I've done a previous video, and you can check out all of their different tools on Fujiya's website, but they didn't have much on Amazon whatsoever. But now they've actually added a lot of tools to Amazon, so they'll be down in the description for you guys under the tools link if you guys are interested. These are some of the highest quality pliers that I've ever used. They're up there with Knipex. Absolutely phenomenal in every pair that I've gotten. I actually have 7 new tools from Fujiya that I'm going to be doing a review on, and they actually sent this towel with it, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I really want to get into this set over here. So if you haven't checked out my other Fujiya videos, go ahead and check it out. I did a video on this larger pair of flush cuts. Phenomenal, great quality, and some of the sharpest flush cuts I've ever used. So that's the larger set, and today we're going to be going over a smaller set. So here is the packaging it comes in. And it is made in Japan. And as far as Japanese tools, everything I've ever gotten from Japan has been absolutely outstanding as far as quality and finish. So obviously you can't read some of this. It does have some English on it. And this is going to be specifically for like zip ties and plastic and stuff like that. Now it could probably very easily cut metal wire and small stuff like that, but you don't want to. It's not like diagonal side cutters where the edge of the teeth is much wider and meant for heavier duty stuff like that. With flush cuts, you have razor-like edges here, so they're real thin, and using them on wire and stuff like that could damage the blade on them and render them ineffective. So this is the first pair of flush cuts that I've seen like this, and that's why I want to mention it. I've been doing a lot of wiring and rerouting of wires in my engine bay on the Camaro lately. I've really been doing a lot of work with the battery relocation and ran my 0 gauge wire and rerouted a lot of wiring over here, and still in the process of doing engine grounds and stuff like that, but I've been getting a lot done. I'm probably about 90% done, so stay tuned for those Camaro videos. Other than that, getting into these, here are some of my flush cuts that I've had for a few months now. They're Play-Doh, just some cheap flush cuts, but they've worked great. They're great for zip ties, great for small areas, and they're spring loaded. But these are by far my go-to. I've been using these the last 2 weeks, and they're now the ones I go to every single time I have to do anything wire related. So once again, phenomenal finish, made in Japan. And back here you might see something a little bit different. So a nice rubberized grip. You see these metal plates on here, and it's screwed in to the pivot point. Well, they're actually metal plates that catch your zip ties. So a lot of times when I would use these, I'd clip a zip tie, especially if it was down in like a wire loom up against the firewall, kind of tucked back behind the engine. I'd end up losing the zip tie half the time, which isn't terrible. It's not a huge deal unless, you know, it lands on a header or something and I don't catch it somewhere hot, and then it melts, and then you got a mess and things start to look bad, which I really don't want in this project. So that's why I love these things. They're phenomenal. So this is probably a quarter of the zip ties that I've cut either off or replaced in the engine bay during this rewiring process that I've been doing the last 2 weeks. The great thing about this is, whether it be a small zip tie like this or a larger one, when you go to cut it, obviously they're flush cuts, so unlike diagonal side cutters where you would have something like that left, because with diagonal side cutters the teeth are not flush with the back side of the pliers, where flush cuts are flush all the way across. What do you know? So you get something like that when you use diagonal side cutters. Well, when you use flush cuts, you get something much more effective. You no longer have that sharp little piece of plastic hanging out the end that's going to cut your wrist or arm or anything like that. It completely gets rid of it. Well, the thing I love about this, that catcher is phenomenal. So when you're in a tight area and you're going to cut a zip tie and you don't want to drop it, you don't have to hold both ends of the zip tie and try and grab it, especially if you're in a tight area. You just cut it, and these little metal pieces actually hold onto the zip tie. As long as you keep the pliers closed, it will hold on to them. And they do flex for different size zip ties. So like when you're going to cut this zip tie, it holds the zip tie from falling down in wherever you're working. So I can't say enough about these. For one, they're razor sharp, great quality, but this little feature, which I haven't seen on any others before, is phenomenal. I think that's a great idea. Maybe it's common out there in other fields. As far as the automotive field, I haven't seen them. So I think this is a great tool to have. So if you guys are interested, they will be linked down in the description for you guys. I just wanted to make a real quick video on this, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll just kind of give you a close-up of them so you guys can see the quality and all of that. They do have a black oxide finish here to prevent rusting. A nice rubberized grip. Beautiful finish. As always, on all the Fujiya tools I've gotten made in Japan, they've been absolutely beautiful finishes. So then they also have, this one does not have that feature, but still some of the sharpest flush cuts I've ever used. So once again, if you guys are interested in any of the Fujiya tools, or at least it's worth checking them out, you can check it out on their website once again, or you can go ahead and check out the link down in the description. It's there for you guys. Really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down in the comment section if you've used any Fujiya tools or any tools made in Japan and your guys' thoughts of them. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. See you guys next time.